Hey there guys, in this video, shit. Hey there guys, in this video I'm showing off my all-around build for Vault. Now I thought I should probably make this video because, as you know, if you've been playing Warframe for like the past couple weeks, when Barrow came last, he was selling Vault relics, or the relics that give you drop Vault parts, and so obviously people went crazy for that. Well, anyone that didn't have Vault Prime went and got them, started farming them out, and got all the parts. And from what I've seen and from my experience, the drop rate was pretty high because in the first, I think for the blueprints, the systems, and his chassis, I got them all in the first try of me opening up the relics. And then the only thing I had trouble with was the neuroptics, but they're like the hardest thing to get. But I got I pretty much got everything really quickly. And now from what I'm seeing a lot of other players around Master Rank 12 and Master Rank 10 also having Vault. A lot of new players having Vault, and I thought it would be best to release a video showing off, how to build, Vault, because so many people have now just recently got Vault Prime. So I'll just go and show it off right now. So also, this build isn't a speed build. It's not. Its intention isn't to make you as fast as you can. Its intentions is to basically make all of his abilities kind of useful, mainly his first, second, and fourth. Because I think Volt's AOE kind of like area of like defense kind of abilities are pretty good. Again, there are better options if you want to do that. But I just feel like Volt is a pretty all around Warframe for doing those kind of things. You can do AOE, and also he does damage and speed and that kind of stuff, and he's more of a support Warframe. And I think it's good to mod for that. And so this is a build I would go into missions just normally, most normal missions. If I want to speed a mission, I usually put my speed build, because if you don't know what affects speed and how fast you go, it's ability strength. So what I would normally switch out is with stretch, because that's the ability that really is important for your fourth and your first. I normally put on, again, if you have this, guys, you don't have to have this. Blind Rage. I have it at about level 5, because it basically takes away. Because as you can see, it adds 54% ability strength and about negative. It takes away about 30% ability efficiency. And that is the exact same number that Streamline adds. So to basically make it so that you're at the normal level, I have made it so that it only takes away about 30 and adds like 54%, which is quite a lot. It's more than Intensifier, so that's why I put it on. But again, I rarely ever use this mod. I think I only use this mod consistently with Vault, because so you can go fast and kind of stuff. But most of the time, I like having Streamline. I like having a high efficiency, or as high as I am able to get, because it means that I can use my abilities more. And in Warframe, using abilities is you're going to want to use your abilities. So I like to keep it on. But if you want to go really fast, put Blind Rage on. Keep Rush on as well, because that increases your speed as well. But again, this is not why I'm here. This is what this build is for. This build is here to show off, the all-around build. So I'll just go and show what I've increased. Okay, go back to thing A, please. Okay, so I pretty much increased everything except for armor. Because armor's been increased by like it's like 200%. Like it's a massive jump from like 15 armor to about 100 armor. Like it's a massive increase. So I don't think I need to increase armor. I've increased energy. His energy is also naturally really big, so I've gone and increased that. I've added onto it, so now it's at 600, which is a lot of energy. Health is also pretty high, same as shields. I found that Volt dies pretty quickly. He's a pretty quick Warframe die, even with the increase in armor. He still dies pretty quickly. So I've just put his survivability up, mainly just I think how much I've leveled this one up. This is about I've leveled it about 7 times. And this is about 8 times. So I leveled up this one 7 and 8. It's not. I normally keep it at that. I feel like that's a pretty good number. His sprint speed have also increased with Rush. Again, if I want him to go fast, and I feel like that's something I really need to add. So increase his speed naturally. Again, I didn't really find the need to add anything else. Maybe I could add agility or armor, which has 150. That might be useful if you're not really into speed, because again, saying that I'm pretty into the speed, I like going fast with Volt. But if you're not really into the speed, you can probably add agility, or where is it? There you go, Steel Fiber. which doubles it to about 200 if you want to do that. If you want to increase the armor, which will increase the survivability, you can do that. Or you can increase his survivability by adding, Vigor on, which gets his shield to like 1,110, and his health to 780. But yeah, you can do it any way you want. This is just more of just a guide, a general guide, how you could mod it, and like I'll just give you tips. Just mod it any way you want. I've also increased its duration with prime continuity. Again, normal continuity is fine. Actually, I haven't tested out how much his abilities usually last. Because I know for his thing, it's like, okay, yeah, so prime continuity adds like 2 more seconds, I think. Okay, let's go back and I'll switch it out with prime continuity. Again, I only put prime continuity here because I have it. Again, continuity is good enough. About 14 seconds, so about like 2 more seconds added on with prime continuity. Again, two more seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but for abilities, it's quite a lot. When you use the ability, you know that those 2 seconds are very valuable. So yeah, I was gonna say that. Also, my Aurora is Rifle Amp. That's because naturally, Volt Prime's what do you call it? Polarization up here is Midora. Sorry, I can't say names. Is naturally a Midora, and I'm just too lazy to form and change it to like maybe I don't know something else. I'm just too lazy to. Maybe you could probably change the energy siphon if you want to. Speed boost. That's also a pretty good one for Volt. You can change it to any number of things, but I think Rifle Lamp's pretty good. One because something I do use a lot is the Amprix with Volt. Of course I have to. He's Volt. He's Thunder themed. I'm obviously gonna use the Amprix, which is a Thunder themed weapon, electric themed weapon. So it's just a match made in heaven. So I have to do it. If I don't do it, it's a sin against humanity. So a sin against Tenno kind. So I have to do it. Actually, let's go back to change config C, then go back to config A. My efficiency also increased with streamline. Again, so you basically think you can use abilities a lot more. If you go to abilities, shock is 18, speed is 18, electric shield is 35, but again I really use electric shield only occasionally, and discharge is about 70. Again, it's still quite a lot of energy, you will notice that, but again, saying that Volt does have like 600 energy, and you will fill it up quite a lot, especially if you have a teammate or you have it yourself. I forgot what it is. The ability is the way you go into your Tenno and then you makes that little bubble, and then it can give you energy. That would also be very helpful. It fills up your energy really quickly. And you could do that, and you pretty much have full energy. I find most of the time when I'm in a team like that, I constantly have energy, and I find no real need or lack of energy. I never find I have like no energy. I just always constantly have energy in like those kind of teams. So it's good to have those. And I've been seeing a lot of people using it. Like at least if you're in a team before, at least one of them's gonna have that ability. So it's a quite regular thing. So you just keep that in mind. Don't really worry about the energy and how much it uses, because most of the time you're gonna have a lot of it. And yeah, and you fill it up quite a lot as well. I've also increased range. Again, that's for, as mentioned before, that's for your first and your fourth. Yeah, for your first and your fourth. I think it also might be for your second, if you get that like one augment that increases, so you like electric people when you get into range. But that's only with the augment, so we're not going to talk about that. But it's mainly used for the specific build for your 1 and your 4, because it increases the range. And if you don't, it basically makes it so you can thunder more people, and with the 4, you have a bigger range of electrocuting people. And I'm pretty sure that also makes it the distance between each enemy, and it's kind of hard to explain for Volt's ability, but whenever you activate Volt's ability, each enemy gets a little energy inside of it, and if the enemy's close enough, that the two energies go between them and start doing damage between them, as well as stunning them. So I find that when using abilities like stretch and increasing the range, the distance between those enemies for the actual connection to be made is bigger, which does make sense. It increases range, so it's very good. It basically makes your fourth ability viable and really good. So I would keep range on here to basically make your ability viable. And yeah, actually talking about that, if you do want to increase your strength, because that would also increase the damage that you do with your fourth ability, You could, and you don't really want to do the speed kind of thing. You could probably put it in take away rush. If you don't want to go really fast and you kind of just want to use your fourth ability, you can kind of switch it instead of switching out stretch. You can switch out rush with blind rage if you do have blind rage, and that will basically make it so that your main is your four. But if you want to make your second your main and you want that to be your main ability, I would switch out stretch. And yeah, I've also increased strength again to increase the damage and also how fast you go with your second. So yeah, I'll show you what the natural speed is of Volt with this build. Get some energy. So if I run, okay, so this is the natural speed, pretty fast. Again, you can go faster, but this is relatively pretty fast. As you can see, corners are pretty. You go around corners pretty easily. And yeah, it also lasts quite a while. And I'll go pop some enemies for you and show you his fourth, and I'll show you the range between them. Okay, so I'll do it here. See if that reaches them. Yeah, there, it just reaches them. There you go. And it kind of stuns them again. But, at this level, damage doesn't really matter to you. But you know, it's just kind of more using for the stun. It's more on lower level play where the actual damage actually matters. There you go. You can just kind of just wait it out. And I actually didn't say. I think it's about 8 seconds you have with that ability. So that's pretty good. That's like 8 seconds of them being stunned and doing nothing to you. So that's pretty good. Okay, let's do it again. See, 8. Yeah. Oh no, about 9 seconds. Or almost 9 seconds. And then we got the speed. Oh, also, it actually does do quite a lot of damage. The more closer they are. So damage is kind of useful if the more closer they are to each other. You can kill enemies off just with this, but it will take a lot of energy to do it, as you can see. But I'll grab some more. There we go. And I'm using the Krogers because I just really like dual swords with Volt. And also I think my dual Krogers are like pretty much one of my best melee weapons. I really enjoy them. They're really good. I recommend going and watching my build I made for it. I quite enjoyed the build. Making the video is also pretty good. I enjoyed that. So I would recommend watching that if you want to know how you can build the twin Krogers, because they're like my favorite melee weapon, and I would recommend getting them because they're really good. But yeah, guys, the ability. Again, you can see you increase your attack speed to just extremely fast. Like you can see that. You just moved like it was nothing. Oh, there you go. It's that knockover ability I occasionally see. It's good thunder. The thunder only electrocutes them for a bit. It's pretty good. I like the little aesthetic thing of like lightning. I think it's pretty cool. I like a little addition to it. And then you got his little shield. Pops around. Also, with Streamline, the pickup shield doesn't really take up that much energy. So I found that pretty useful as well. That's not really a concern with me anymore with Streamline, just letting you know that. So you can pick it up, block it off for you, and yeah, lasts quite a while. Actually, let's go see. Oh, also it slows you down. Okay, I didn't know that. Because again, I rarely ever use your shields. Like barely ever. So I didn't know that when I pick it up. Okay, it's not for vulnerability. Yeah, pretty much blocks off all. Goddamn, pop up another one. Pop up another one. Pick up that. Boop. Yeah, so it pretty much blocks all of damage. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Again, I rarely ever use shields, so I had no idea. Pop up you. Are you gonna like stop making me invulnerable? There you go. Oh, yeah, blocks all damage. Cool. So and the only negative it takes away is your energy slowly. So yeah. Okay. Or is it only when you move with it? Oh, it's only when you moves with it. Okay. Okay. I can't do any damage to you. Okay. Okay, there you go. Well, we're all landing here, and I'm probably gonna die now. Let's electrocute you. Boom. Oh, it didn't work. Damn it. Yep, so we're landing here. So yeah, it's the first time actually learning that. I didn't know any of that because again, I rarely ever use it. But that's that gives the shield a use. Again, I probably won't use it, that much, but yeah, it's cool. So yeah, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you dislike the video, please leave a dislike. And tell me why in the comments, because the only way I can improve as a creator, as a person, is if I get told what I'm doing wrong, so I can actually improve on that. And just and if you didn't like the video, I'm just gonna say thank you for watching the video. Thank you for taking your time out to watch this. Thank you for taking your time to get to this point in the video if you didn't like it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, and see ya.